Damn, I had no idea how controversial this subject was going to be, so I'm just going to say this once to avoid arguing with ignorance on here. No, darling, by thin privilege, I'm not trying to invalidate the fact that you sweat your bollocks off in the gym to look a certain way. And just eat right and work out like the rest of us isn't going to cut it, because you are already showing me that you have no idea about the psychological effects that events can have on us and our weight. You don't understand that simply losing weight is not going to fix the issue of being fat because you haven't addressed the root cause issue behind why someone is fat in the first place. You've just made it very clear to the internet that fat people existing is a problem for you personally. I'm not saying that I think obesity is healthy. I'm saying it's a symptom of a much deeper issue, one that you haven't even bothered to consider before you hurl fatphobic abuse at someone. I'm saying you don't have the right to go up to Hannah in the supermarket and scoff at her and judge her basket, when you don't understand the reason why she's fat is because she was molested by men when she was younger, and now she's trying to desexualize herself and put on so much weight so that she's more imposing to men, to protect herself from men, and she doesn't even know this is the reason. She just knows she binge eats. And she doesn't need people like you coming up to her all the time telling her that she's fat and she needs to lose weight. You don't have the right to judge and assume that Phil is lazy when his medication has made him put on all this weight after a lifetime of being slim, and no matter what he does now, he can't seem to shift that weight. You don't have the right to hound Sophie when you don't understand that she was put on a diet when she was 8 when she didn't need to be on one, which spiraled into disordered eating and a full-blown eating disorder. And now she's in recovery, and now her body is holding on to every little bit of weight it can because it's so scared that it will starve again. And you don't have a right to judge someone when you don't know they've just popped out a fully fledged human out of their vagina and they just gained some weight during pregnancy. But thin people get rude comments too. Of course they do. Everyone shames everyone for anything nowadays. You can get shamed for being too nice, for God's sake. I'm not saying that's nice or right, and I'm sorry that happened to you, but I would hazard a guess that you get complimented more and shamed less than a fat person. I got shamed on YouTube because apparently saying that we should keep our opinions about fat bodies to ourselves is blasphemy. So you're saying fat people should just exist? Yeah, I'm just saying fat people should just be able to exist in this world without being hounded by you. You can't just assume someone is unhealthy or healthy by their weight. You don't have access to their medical records, and you're most likely not a doctor. I'm not promoting obesity. But instead of judging an obese person or judging someone that lives in a larger body, I'm going to hold space for them and love and compassion, and I'm going to try and understand them. I'm going to listen to their story if they want to share that with me. And don't even get me started on the strategic planning and pricing and placing of food outlets in poorer socioeconomic places. Because it's all a system, baby. It feeds into itself. And we wonder why the pharmaceutical industry is so rich and people are getting sicker.